Hey everyone, this is Dawud Muhammad from GoodCreditAmerica.com. I want to talk to you today about how much credit should an entrepreneur have on his personal credit file. How much credit should an entrepreneur have on his personal credit file? In other words, everyone has personal credit, right? For the most part, everyone should have personal credit. But how much should an entrepreneur have? How much credit? In other words, if you have a credit card or a number of credit cards, how much should you have? How much credit should a entrepreneur have on his personal file or her personal file? I'll say their personal credit file. Okay? That's the question. How much credit should an entrepreneur have in a personal credit file? Okay? So, the reason why I asked this question is because I had people ask me, should I close this credit card account, blah, 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 blah. And first of all, never ever close a credit card account. Number one is because sometimes those cards are pretty long, have a long history. And when you do that, you bring your credit score down. And the reason why you bring your credit score down is because you actually interfere with the length of time you've had credit. Okay, so now there should be no limit as to how much credit you have, because credit helps you with a lot of different things. One of them is to insulate you in cases of emergencies. And when you're an entrepreneur and you have a business, new businesses eat up cash like it's ridiculous. Anybody who's in business, have a new business, entrepreneurs, they know this all too well, all right? So you should start at $50,000. Okay, $50,000. And here's why I say that. It can be 10 cards at 5,000, or it can be 5 cards at 10,000, or it can be a number of cards. Let's say 25 cards at 2,000. But a good goal is 50,000, and believe me when I tell you, because I've done it, and most of my family has done it as well. This is not an unachievable number. As a matter of fact, it's pretty easy once you understand how to get it done. And I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? I'm going to show you how to do that, but write this down as a goal. So if you have a credit card right now and all it is a $500 card, you can still set this as a goal. Because this is easier than you think it is to attain. It is easy. Easier than you think. And probably out of 6 of my family members, probably four out of the 6 of us have that. So what I'm saying is it's attainable, and let me show you how. If you're taking notes, you want to write this down. First of all, anytime you have a credit card, like I have a client send me a testimonial today, right? And I consulted with him just 1 hour. It was $150 for that 1 hour. But when he got off the phone, he had a plan. He had a goal, right? He had a strategy. And before we got him off the card, I got him a credit card for $300. You say that's not a whole lot. No, it's not a whole lot. But we did it in 1 hour. We did all this in 1 hour, $150. Anyway, let me show you how we can take him from that $300. And brother, you know who you are. If you're listening, pay close attention. Okay, so right now you have a $300 credit card. Right? Now let's say you take that $300 and you spend You never want to go over 10%. All right? 10%. All right? That's rule number one. All right? Rule number one. You don't ever want to spend more than 10%. Well, 30%, but 10% is better. So that's like 30 bucks, right? Right? So he spends $30, pays it off at the end of the pay period. Pays it off at the end of the pay period, right? That's rule number one. Never spend more than 10%. Rule number two is never pay the minimum. Never pay the minimum. Okay? Never pay the minimum. Because you look desperate and you look like you don't know how to handle credit. Okay? This is what we're doing here is strategic. It's not about the $300 credit card. It's about the move. It's about the chess move. It's not about checkers. It's about chess, about being strategic about what you're doing. That's how you get to that 50. Because that's the goal. And if you're an entrepreneur, and even if you only have one credit card and you're at $300, set that goal for 50. And I'm going to show you how to get there. It's not as difficult as you may think it is, but most people never even set this as a goal. Okay? So, all right, so rule number one, 10%. Never more than 30. So in other words, his card is 300. 3 times 3 is, he could never ever go over $90. Okay? But 10% is better. All right? So 30 bucks will be better rather than, okay? So rule number two, never pay the minimum. Rule number three. Okay? But before we go into that, so as I mentioned to you now, if anyone is watching me and you're not part of a credit union, that's what you want to do. You want to go and get a credit union, because credit unions are more likely to give you a loan, and they're more lenient. Credit unions are owned by the members, right? They're owned by the members, whereas banks are owned by stockholders, and they absolutely have to make a profit. Not that credit unions don't make a profit, because they make interest on your loans, right? They make interest on your loans. Even though they make interest on your loan, they are more about the members, because the members actually own the credit union. They're more about the members than they are about making profits. So join a credit union. There's probably like 3,000 of them out there. Let me give you one of the top ones. Navy Federal. PenFed, Delta Community. Okay, they got about 5 billion. They got about 23 million, and they got about 65 billion. Why do I tell you that? Because all of them give out big balances, big credit card limits. So to get to here, be much faster. It can be quicker if you got one here, one there. You know, it'd be much faster to get in there. This is not an unattainable goal, right? 10%, no pay the minimum, never be late. And if whatever reason you can't find the money to pay this bill, just pay $5 so that it don't go 30 days. So it don't go 30 days. Okay, so there's some other ones too. All right, so 50,000 is the goal, even if you start with a $300 credit card. Okay, now there's a thing. Yeah, I want to erase that. I'll erase this. Just come back in. All right, so. All right, so if I'm starting from scratch, let's say I start right here, all right? You want to have a minimum, right, of 3 cards. 3 charge cards. All right? Charge cards is going to be better in terms of building your credit than loans. Because charge cards are revolving. Because they're revolving, they're going to show that history. I mean, I probably did this graph 1,000 times. Okay, so when you have a revolving card, when you pay that card, it affects the history. It affects the utilization. It affects the utilization. It affects the length of time that you've had credit. It affects the mixed up credit, and it also affects like new accounts or inquiries. IES inquiries. Okay, so when you get started, you want to have, even if you got to do secure cards, even if these cards have to be secure, then you want to start at least with 3 cards. Okay. Capital One is one of my favorites. Capital One or Cap One. Capital One is one of my favorites. Open Sky is another favorite, and you can still get to here just by using these because you got to start somewhere. Okay, and now here's the thing. I had a conversation with a brother today about late payments, right? Now, there's not a whole lot you can do about late payment. It depends, all right? If you had an account for a very long time and you went late, the chances of them getting it off is like this. Once you realize it's going late, give them a call. They usually will accommodate you, especially if you had the account for a long time and you've never been late. They know that, well, something must have happened because this person is never late. So they'll remove it. But when you got multiple lates, 10, 15, 20 lates, the chances of you getting those off are slim. Some of them will come off depending on how you negotiate them or who do you talk to, how persistent you are. Because when it comes to credit restoration, you got to be persistent and you got to be patient. But there's a good chance that some of them will come off. There's a good chance that some of them won't. But the fact is that after 24 months, they don't affect you anyway. They don't have no effect. And every day that goes by, it affects you less and less. The cure for those late payments is new accounts. New accounts. Why? Because you're building new history. Every time you pay on that account, you're building new history. So if you got lates, do the best you can to get them off. If you can't get them off, just start opening up new accounts. Even if you have 4 or 5 credit cards and these cards are unsecured, there's nothing wrong with stepping back so you can move forward. So you can go back and get a secure card just so you can start new life, breathe new life into that credit report. Now, when you pay those credit cards off at the end of the month, what that shows is that you're responsible with your credit. And then what happens is credit card companies give you an increase. So, as I mentioned before, every 6 months, you want to ask for an increase. Every 6 months, you want to ask for an increase. I just got off the phone with someone, and they have 6,000 cards, 5,000 cards, $1,000 cards, and then they said, "Oh, I got one card that's $800." I don't understand why. Like, if you got a $5,000 card, why do you have eight? It's one of my clients, and they're at $30,000 right now in credit. At $30,000, and this is without even trying. This is without even a goal. They're at $30,000 right now. Okay, so that's a simple process, and this only took maybe 2 years, not even. It doesn't have to take 2 years. It depends on how aggressive you are and how much you know about credit and how well you take notes, because I'll be sharing a lot of stuff here. So, let's see. That's pretty much it. That's 4. That's number 4. All right. 10%, never be late, never pay the minimum. Oh, never max out a card. Never. But you already know that. You should already know that. But you got to set the goal. You have to be strategic about it. Okay? Secure cards. Now, you don't ever want to let a card sit. Like I had one client and they closed a card. And it was a $2,000 card. And they closed it. And the reason why they closed it because of inactivity. So if you sit on a $2,000 card, you haven't used it in a while, rather than pay your cell phone bill from your debit card or pay it on your charge card and then pay the charge card off. That way you show some activity. Take your cards and swap them out. If you keep 2 or 3 cards in your wallet all the time, swap them out for 2 or 3 other cards and use them. And in that way, they'll never close those accounts. It'll be easy. I promise you, this is not difficult at all. This is easy, but you got to set the goal first. Even if you're at 300 right now, set it for 50. And just keep watching these videos and I'll show you how to get there. So that's pretty much it. How much credit should an entrepreneur have? And here's the reason why I say 50,000, because you're never going to use more. I'm going to erase all of this. All you do is come back and watch the video. Right? You're never going to use more than 10%. Right? So 10% of 50 is 5,000. You can max out $5,000 and it won't even affect your credit. You can max this out. You can max this out. But if all you have is a $300 credit card, right? All you can use is $30 without it affecting your credit. All you can use is $30 because you want to keep that at 10%. Right? So set that as a goal. You know what I mean? Set it as a goal. You have any questions? My number is over here at this office is 678-813-6013. My cell phone is 404-437-3338. Website is goodcreditamerica.com. goodcreditamerica.com. That's the website. Now, for you who are entrepreneurs, I also teach business credit. I won't be teaching it on a daily like I'm doing a personal credit, but if you want to go to my website, it's business credit financing .info. Business credit financing.info. This is for business credit. You can go there and download a free ebook. And if you want to ask me some questions on it, I'll be more than glad to entertain them for you. Business credit financing.info, goodcreditamerica.com. This is for personal credit. And this is for business credit. If you have any questions, call me. 404-437-3338. Again, my name is Dawud Muhammad, goodcreditamerica.com. I'm going to be, for all those in the Atlanta area, you should come by tomorrow. We're at 3707 Main Street in College Park. And that's College Park, Georgia, 30337. 30337. 30337. That's we're going to be starting tomorrow at 2 p.m. and we're going to go to 4 p.m. I'm going to be talking about personal credit, entertainment, any questions that you may have. If you're interested, give me a call. Come on by. Listen, again, this is Dawud Muhammad. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. Have a great day.